a young woman began experiencing something really terrifying. She felt that a presence had somehow attached itself to her during her shifts. The situation took an even darker turn after she moved to a new home in France. What might have been manageable escalated dramatically after she and some friends played with a Ouija board, treating it as harmless entertainment. This choice seemed to strengthen whatever had followed her from her security job. Within days, the haunting signs began, strange noises echoing through her house when she was alone, as if an invisible visitor was keeping her company. The footsteps she captured on video were unmistakable and far too deliberate to be written off as normal house noises. As she investigated the sounds, one thing became frighteningly clear. Something or someone seemed to be making these sounds.
J'arrive pas à dormir parce que j'entends tellement de bruit dans la maison que j'ai l'impression qu'elle est en travaux. Ce qui m'a empêché de dormir, c'est une porte qui claque. Il n'y a pas de vent. J'ai trouvé cette photo, qui est une carte postale qui date de 1922. Truc de fou. Du coup, il y a plein d'objets anciens dans la maison que je retrouve au fil du temps et j'ai l'impression que la maison, elle a une histoire de fou malade. Genre clairement, c'est un truc de ouf. Je regarde. Il y a encore des bruits, les gars, c'est dingue.
The woman's experience took an even stranger turn when she discovered an old key hidden behind a painting. Remembering the locked basement door, she decided to try the key. What happened next was so frightening that she immediately fled the house.
En plus, on voit rien. Je vous jure, j'ai des frissons. J'espère que c'est pas là-bas, j'espère que c'est pas là-bas. J'espère que c'est pas là-bas, j'espère que c'est pas là-bas. Elle sent le fer, mais vraiment, elle est toute vieille. Même mes mains, maintenant, ça sent. Ah, il y a des moustiques en plus. C'est rentré, là. C'est quoi ce bordel? Non, 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 non. Non. C'est du vent, c'est du vent, c'est du vent. C'est pas possible. Allez, ça y est. Oh, je vais tomber. C'était du vent. Ok. Ici, il y a encore un truc. C'est sans doute malade. Oh, les gars, attendez. Il y a une pierre dehors comme ça. Ça mène à la rue. Les gars, ça mène à la rue. Il y a des gens dehors qui rentrent ici. Non, c'est une blague. En plus, regardez, il y a un truc qui a pété là-bas et tout. C'est sûr, c'est utilisé. Attendez, mais il y a des gens qui rentrent. Il y a un drap en plein milieu, ça sert à rien. Non, ça y est. Non.
What she discovered on her return visit was far more disturbing. Her second trip to the basement revealed a wooden staircase leading to an opening. At first, this seemed to offer a logical explanation. Perhaps homeless people had found a way in. But the supernatural activity only escalated.
Je crois que j'ai jamais vécu ça de ma vie. C'est vrai.
Her stereo began playing music on its own, and she discovered a large handprint on one of her mirrors, notably bigger than her own hand. Next, objects in the kitchen started moving by themselves. Growing desperate, she followed her viewer's advice and attempted some cleansing rituals. However, these efforts to rid the house of negative energy backfired spectacularly. The most chilling revelation was that she might have inadvertently created this situation herself. By not properly closing her earlier Ouija board session, she may have left open a portal, allowing a shadow entity to enter her home. A creepy video shared by security staff of a hospital. It seems to show a security guard interacting with unseen children in an unnamed hospital. In the CCTV footage, the guard walks down a hallway, but something strange happens then. The balloons follow him without any visible help. The guard claims he saw two children in the hallway and was talking to them. Then he gave them balloons and went on his way. But when a colleague reviewed the footage and contacted him, they both were pretty puzzled. The guard insists he saw the children, which is pretty strange since there were none. Was it perhaps ghosts or just a strange coincidence? Let me know what you guys think. Now we check out another Reddit submission from user mgirl. The young woman suspects that the security camera in her grandma's bedroom, in which her little kid was having a sleepover one night, captured a spirit which was visiting her little son. She states, "This was years ago, and the camera wasn't high resolution and choppy, and I was never sent the video by my aunt. She only shared this picture." My grandma had passed away a few months prior, and I believe her spirit was comforting my son that night. You can see her as she looked around the time she passed, the varicose veins and her easily bruised lady skin, covered with bruises due to her blood thinner meds, her hair not done, and the same moo-moo nightgown my grandma wore often. So, could the young woman be right, and her son was visited by the spirit of her late grandma? This was shared by user Attacks. He also got alarmed one night, since his dog was behaving really strange. When initially exiting his house, his dog Domino seems to be attracted by something. He makes it onto the lawn and just stares at something. Attacks couldn't see anything really at the time, but noticed this outline in the distance. Needless to say that nobody was allowed on the property at night.
Domino, what is that? What the hell is that? Hey!
His viewers speculate what this mysterious silhouette could be. What's your idea?
No, make sure the door's locked.
What did you...
I don't know, they didn't see anything. I didn't see anything out there. I mean...
Despite the proximity of the sounds, they saw nothing, and shortly after, heard nothing anymore. A few nights later, while driving home through the forest, Pete and Ash heard the unsettling noises again. Initially distant, the sounds grew louder until they felt surrounded by them.
Oh my god, no. That.
One evening, whilst unwinding at home, a sudden loud noise disrupted their peace, putting them on high alert.
Yes?
Oh, can I do one more? Sorry. Maybe just one? Okay, alright.
Why is she like this?
Sound like there's the front door.
Again. Did you see anything?
No, there's no one out. No.
What? What? Is that the apple? Pete,
Is anyone out there? This isn't funny!
Pete, don't go that far. Come back
If I
inside.
see you, I'm calling the goddamn cops!
Come back inside. Come on. Seriously.
I'm tired of this shit.
No.
When they went to inspect, they found nothing unusual until Pete saw an apple on the porch. Angered, he warned any potential pranksters that he would involve the police if the disturbances continued. Despite this warning, the disruptions persisted, so they installed security cameras around the perimeter. One of the cameras later captured a scream outside a window, abruptly cut off by an unseen force.
Man, it really sounds like it does not like the rain. Sounds so much closer to the house than here.
They think it could be a malevolent entity, perhaps even a skinwalker. Pete shared another recording of the trees around their house, feeling increasingly unsettled by the recurring events. Amidst the branches, he saw a visage, which many viewers confirm seeing as well. Driving home late one night, they heard the noises again. They got startled pretty fast and retreated to their vehicle. Back home, the unsettling sounds resurfaced.
I hear something out there. I'm just gonna see. Hold on.
Stay away from the windows.
What is...
Dimming their lights, she aimed her camera at the window and captured a chilling sight. The entity appeared non-human and was likely responsible for the noises and disruptions. What do you think this thing could be? Is it possible it could be a skinwalker? It was uploaded by user Sales87 and it was captured at a helicopter landing pad, which is part of a local hospital at which Sales is working. He never saw anything like it before and was looking for answers. He states, "This is from security footage at the hospital where I work. A co-worker noticed what appeared to be a shadow walking on the helipad. I know no one was out on the pad at the time. I work in the area that uses it the most, and we didn't have anyone to fly out at the time. What could it be? Let's take a look." With CCTV recordings like that, people always jump to the conclusion that it simply could be a bug. But I'm not sure in this case. It appears that this shadow has a clearly noticeable head and torso. And how do we explain it vanishing into the wall to the right? Where could this shadow stem from, in your opinion? Certainly a pretty mysterious capture that Sales noticed that night. Now we're checking back in with Security Officer Jay Breezy, who we've met before during his shifts at the entrance of an old hospital. If you remember, he's had his share of unexplained encounters, but today he's sharing even more mysterious experiences caught on camera.
Tried to show itself again. See it? See it? It's faint though. I looked at it like, okay. I'm like, okay. So I hesitated, so I just threw something because I didn't know what to do, you know. But that time it came from over my head though, for some reason. I don't know, but I was like, you know what? Look at that. There's no way that could have failed by, like, somebody didn't do that. Something did that by itself. How could a ceiling light fall on its own like that? Look, there you go. Look at that. It was cold. I'm like, oh, yeah. I wanted to follow it and feel. See, I'm trying to feel, like, follow the cold breeze. I saw it going towards the elevator. So I went there. It was actually a cold breeze towards the elevator, then it just stopped. So I'm like, damn. So I'm like, okay. Then something touched me. I'm like, what the fuck? Something touched me. I'm still trying to see, like, where is it at? Like, it vanished, so how is it still touching me or something? I don't know. It's creepy. So I'm like, okay.
The new security footage adds to Jay's growing collection of unexplained events at his post. While Jay has gotten somewhat used to strange occurrences during his night shifts, these latest incidents still leave him wondering. Could he be recording actual spirits moving through the hospital halls? Are these perhaps former patients making a return visit? Whatever the explanation, these new additions to Jay's supernatural encounters are just as puzzling as the ones we've seen before. This video was shared by Silas Neposh, and he states that it got recorded one day when he was just out on a skiing adventure with some of his friends. They were high up in the mountains when he noticed some pretty unusual activity unfold at the other side of the plains where some larger trees were situated. He grabbed his phone and started recording.
Something happened over there. There's the trees. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
It would appear that an inhumane tall creature is ripping out the trees and carrying them away. But how's this possible? Silas stated that the video is 100% real and that no video editing is taking place here. Do you think this could just be an irritating perspective, making things appear larger than they really are? Many commenters believe that something rather inexplicable is going on here though. Who can say? The next clip was forwarded by Fireplant, and the story goes that it was recorded by an urban explorer one night who was investigating an old abandoned clinic. Many legends were saying that ghosts from the past can be seen in there once in a while. The man said that he only noticed after returning home that there seemed something off in one part of his recording. Could this be somebody else? The man says that he certainly was alone that night. So, if it wasn't a homeless person, are we witnessing a paranormal encounter here? What's your opinion? Hard to say. This video was recorded in the haunted house of Eric Gunner, who's documenting the terrifying happenings for several years now. Just like tonight, he gets woken up a lot by terrifying noises that seem to stem from the lower floors. And mostly he gets up to check. But once again, there's nothing visible that could explain any of these phenomenons, so he makes it back upstairs. And after a loud bang, he decides to check one final time and captures the following.
Hola. Hola. Ay, Dios mío. Ya vamos a empezar con problemas. Hola. O mejor ni le hablo ya.
There seemed to be a dark shadow standing right in his kitchen, perhaps staring at him, and it appears that he had seen it too at the time. And he then returns to the stairs and seems quite frightened. This entity has been terrorizing him for many nights, and it is not known if Eric has anything planned to finally get rid of this being. I'll keep my eyes open. Next video was shared by Ella, and she recorded it one summer day while on a little bathing adventure in a river in the Philippines. She had her GoPro with her and simply wanted to document her outdoor adventure today. But it seemed that something else was with her. Let's take a look. Although there was nobody with her in the water, at least seemingly, there's a pair of legs standing right behind her. How is this possible? Could this be a reflection from somewhere? Most people believe that these belong to a spirit though. An unsettling thought, isn't it? But who knows? This video was shared by Night Ghost House, and we can see a man who was venturing to the haunted Drakelow tunnels in Kidderminster. He was hoping to make contact with one of the lost souls that might still be roaming inside these old tunnels. Equipped with a spirit box, he started to talk to them.
Are you stuck here?
Is it possible that a spirit was manifesting right in front of his ghost box? The man certainly believes that we are seeing the face of a spirit here. And mixed with the response we got, maybe this is the case. How eerie. Next video is quite the interesting one. It was shared by Felix L. and it was recorded by a security camera mounted outside the family home. The homeowner was alarmed by his dog barking outside. He also seemed to be running around and perhaps even playing with something. Nothing too crazy to be honest, right? But there was a mysterious detail that first went unnoticed. A little cloud seems to be floating by, just moments before the homeowner steps out of the house to check on the dog. The interesting part of it is that the family had lost one of their pets recently. This is at least what a commentator in the Ghost forum stated. Is it safe to assume that their dog was perhaps playing with a lost friend that night? Or is it just the dog's breath appearing to be some form of cloud or orb? What do you think? The next video was shared by TC Bellinger and he states, Gettysburg, PA, videotaping of various locations, 2 of those showing strange human forms upon review. Could it be a real Gettysburg ghost? Let's see. Oh, 2009, that's kind of a relic from the past, you might say. Let me know if you see anything, guys. Oh. What is that? There's something crawling? What? There it is again. Look, it's Could it really be real? I don't know what to say to that. So guys, let me know what you think. Could this man actually capture the ghosts from, you know, the olden times? And if that's not video editing, then there might be something mysterious going on, because I have no explanation for it. This next clip was uploaded by The Chilling Floor and features a potential ghost sighting during a paranormal investigation at a castle in the UK. The creator of the clip claims that they captured a ton of unexplained phenomena during the investigation and that there was an extremely scary vibe in this old castle. And to make things even weirder, this castle was even used as a prison in the 70s and was the location that Donald Nelson, aka the Black Panther, was held. The poster wrote, "We did an overnight stay and recorded some very scary footage. We captured a face peeking in from outside the window that didn't look human, a shadow figure standing against a wall, and an orb pictured by one of the prison cells." The video begins with a tour of an old flight of stairs, and we can see that there's definitely an eerie vibe in this castle.
Some of you may remember him. Here's another cell, another prison cell. This is divided.
We then arrive at the very cell where the Black Panther stayed during his time there.
There seemed to be a face peering in. This one is proper scary. Again, I didn't notice it at the time. But watch as I turn the camera, there's a figure by the wall.
What do you guys think of this clip? Is it possible the ghost of the Black Panther is still around the prison cell where he spent so many years? Or possibly another prisoner who met a terrible fate in the castle? This video is extremely odd and comes to us without much context, so you have to draw your own conclusions as to what was captured that day. The clip was uploaded by Dark Path Scary and was filmed by a driver who noticed the strange occurrence and pulled over to catch it on camera. It was a bright and sunny day, and the sun was just falling behind a cloud when something caught the cameraman's attention in the sky. We can clearly see the sun to the right, falling over the cloud. So what could be causing the strange moving burst of light that seems to sway over the cloud? It almost looks as though the cloud itself is on fire. It was just as strange in real life as it was in the video. Is this a spirit sighting, a lost soul, or maybe an angel? Have you ever seen anything like this before? Maybe this could be something paranormal. Let me know. Now we want to follow an urban explorer who traveled to a supposedly haunted shrine in the middle of the night. She heard a lot of creepy ghost stories about this place, and ever so often, these ghosts can apparently be seen. But he didn't fully believe in these tales, but nevertheless wanted to document his nightly visit. At some point, he notices a garbage bag which is placed on the stairs to the entrance. And then there is a weird noise. Something creepy was peeking out from behind the tree. Some people commented that this could be one of the evil spirits that is said to roam the area. Could this be? It certainly doesn't look human. Thank God the explorer didn't notice it, only after rewatching the footage at home. The man is living in the home of his late grandparents, who, according to him, seem to be haunting the premises ever so often.
Is there somebody in the laundry room right now? Are you a relative of mine?
In a lengthy video diary, Alex believes to have uncovered the reason for all these creepy events. He found a box with several items that are believed to belong to either his grandparents or distant members of the family from the 1800s. Alex states that his family seemed to be involved with ridding the world from evil entities, hence the reason for the strange assortment of stuff he uncovered. Then, one night, Alex heard some strange noises originating from his home, and was about to capture one of the scariest events to date.
Okay, trying again. Hearing sounds up here, like somebody's moving around. This stuff's been happening, but as soon as I pull my phone out, everything stops. I don't know. I don't know. That thing vanished, and my camera stopped recording immediately. At the same time, it's gone.
Alex captured a creepy-looking figure, seemingly turning away from the camera, and then, based on his reports, just vanishing. Unfortunately, his camera stopped the recording the second he saw this thing, which is pretty odd to say the least. It looks like an old man with a dark coat on, no hair, and the facial features are really hard to make out. He believes that this is one of the creatures living in a different dimension that's still roaming through the house of his grandparents. Could this be? The following videos were recorded by Alex E.K. Carlin had been repeatedly awakened in the early hours of the morning by peculiar sounds, but never managed to capture them on camera in time. Determined to document these noises, she decided to feign sleep one night, hoping to catch them on video. However, she ended up capturing much more than she anticipated.
Facundo, levántate, por favor. Levántate.
In the dead of night, Carlin is roused by the movement of her sheets near her feet. Then a horrifying noise grabs her attention, drawing her gaze to the door. Eerily, a figure with long dark hair briefly peers inside before swiftly retreating out of sight. In the next clip at 4 a.m., Carlin is awakened by her dog's incessant and agitated barking. Curiosity compels her to investigate, leading to this unsettling recording. As Carlin steps outside, initially nothing appears to be out of the ordinary. However, upon adjusting the video's brightness, we can see a shadowy figure that is standing and not moving once in the darkness. Carlin notices it and hastily withdraws. In In the following clip, Caroline is relaxing in her bedroom when she hears strange noises emanating from downstairs. She grabs her phone and cautiously ventures to investigate.
Hola, gente. Otra vez el ruido ese. Poco estoy haciéndome compañía hoy, pero ya estoy sola. Todavía se escucha un ruido de abajo. Y la verdad que no sé. Ay, la concha, el olor a árbol. Sora. Sora, subí. Ay, no, Dios santo. Nera.
As she's filming down from the top of the stairs, the camera seems to be out of focus all of a sudden. And then a pair of hands eerily come into view, moving in a sinister manner at the bottom of the staircase. Caroline swiftly rushes down to check, only to find no one there. People were pretty unnerved after seeing this, and many people think that they could be real. And what are your thoughts? Is this something paranormal, or could there be another explanation?